GitGuardian has officially launched its MCP server, and I'm here to walk you through the setup process and a few use cases. Hi, I'm Dwayne, developer advocate at GitGuardian. As developers rapidly adopt IDEs with integrated AI assistants such as Cursor, Claude Desktop, and Windsurf, they require a method to inform these tools of additional data and context specific to their use case and company. That's where Model Context Protocol servers, also known as MCP servers, come into play, making it very easy to integrate systems and data sources with your agent of choice. With the release of GitGuardian's MCP server, you can now extend the power of our secret security and NHI governance platform into your IDE, right where you write code. GitGuardian is proud to be one of the first security platforms to offer MCP server capabilities. Let's walk through a few use cases, and then we'll show you how to install it. The first thing I'll show you is listing all the known incidents related to my current open project by prompting list all incidents related to this project. What I get back is a full list and all the details I would normally need to log into GitGuardian to retrieve. Here I see I have an issue with a hard-coded Postgres database credential. I'll need to find another way to authenticate my service in this project. Let's ask the AI to turn the plaintext secret into an environment variable. After creating a number of files, including my missing gitignore, and updating some other files to leverage the environment file, I've successfully solved the secret incident GitGuardian identified. Next, let's implement a honey token. I'll prompt create a honey token and hide it in a file. In just a few seconds, the honey token is created and the inserted code is ready to review. Finally, let's ask it to do the thing that GitGuardian is best known for, finding hard-coded secrets in the code. I'll prompt it to scan the project for secrets. It runs the scan and shows what issues exist locally, well before I commit and push this code to a shared repo. In this case, I already know about the AWS key since that's the honey token GitGuardian created, and it won't trigger a new GitGuardian incident when I push it. It might be helpful to understand the scope we allow. We designed our MCP server to be limited to safe, non-destructive operations with read-only permissions for most actions. For example, you can scan code for leaked secrets, such as passwords and API keys, and list any GitGuardian incident details you have access to. However, you can't modify an incident status, such as marking it resolved, or otherwise interact with the incident management system. But you can create honey tokens, which you can use to detect unauthorized access and revoke your own current API access token should the need arise. Don't worry about memorizing what it can or can't do. When in doubt, we encourage you to give it a try. The integration knows its limits, and the manual instructions for tasks requiring direct workspace actions should be provided in the output. Okay, now that you know what it can do, let's walk through installation. To get started, visit the official GitHub repo at github.com/gitguardian/gg-mcp. You'll also find a link to that repo below this video. I would strongly encourage you to carefully review the full README before installing and using the MCP server. But for now, let's scroll down to the prerequisite section. You'll need to install the UV Python package to complete the installation. Full installation instructions are linked from the page. Once UV is working in your environment, we can move on to installation. For today, I'll be integrating GitGuardian MCP manually with Cursor. Alternatively, specifically for Cursor, we offer a one-button shortcut that automates this process. First, I'll copy the provided server configuration. Now, over in Cursor, I'll open up Settings and select the Tools and Integrations page. Scrolling down, you can see an Add Custom MCP button. Clicking that will allow me to paste in the server configuration. Upon save, Cursor will trigger the authentication process by opening a web browser to the GitGuardian platform. Log in and then confirm the access. Note that under the hood, the MCP server currently authenticates using our CLI GG Shield's web authentication path, hence the confirm GG Shield scopes message on this page. It is in fact the correct process. Once you've confirmed, you should see a success message. Close this page and let's return to our Cursor settings. Under the MCP Tools section, you'll now see GitGuardian Developer enabled. Congratulations! You're now ready to start invoking GitGuardian from your AI prompts. A quick word here. These instructions only work for the default US-based GitGuardian SaaS offering. If you are specifically in the EU data center, or you're using a self-hosted version of GitGuardian, please see the documentation for alternative instructions and authentication methods. Also, while we provide instructions for Cursor, Claude, Windsurf, and Zeditor, we have had feedback that these same instructions work for similar IDEs. Please do let us know about your experiences and experiments. Thanks for watching this video and getting started with the GitGuardian MCP server. But before we end, I'd like to remind you that this is a cutting-edge technology, and your results are going to vary based on many factors, including the GPT you use, how the prompts get interpreted, and the realities of current Gen AI, which always needs review and supervision. After all, AI can make mistakes. When in doubt, we encourage you to refer to official documentation on rotating secrets and modifying your projects to use credentials safely. We'd love to hear your feedback, including any issues or surprises you've had along the way while using our MCP server. Feel free to reach out to us at contact@gitguardian.com about your experience. We're proud to extend the power of our platform into your dev workflow in a powerful and exciting new way. The GitGuardian MCP server is just one more way GitGuardian is empowering developers and security engineers to tackle secret sprawl in their organizations.